All right, welcome back for episode 3 of our top secret tips for new players. And I guess the focus of this is going to be really trying to just see if we can't focus in on farming these roach down here. This may not be quite as long an episode as the first two were, but yeah, we want to continue this, see if it's as good as it was last time. So we want to go with, okay, hold on, let me switch this around. We want to go with the 14 on this one, and we'll try maggots. I mean, we basically just have to catch enough fish so that we can go purchase some other baits to try over here. So we'll try maggots with the common roach ground bait because we know that the roach are here. And on this one, we'll go back to our 12 with the mayfly larva and the roach mix. And let's put this back on like a 9. And then I think we'll go back to bread on this one. Dang. Maybe we'll start with worms, see if we can't get some sleepers or something. We desperately need some more hooks. But hopefully this roach farm will work out and we'll be able to afford some of those things. Alright, there's a decent first fish on the second feeder we got set up. So we've got a Spark 3000. Actually, do we have the Spark 2000 on this one? Yeah, we probably ought to switch that around and just think of our first rod as the strongest one, but I guess for now we'll just leave it. We did catch a sleeper. Sometimes there'll be those little like sleeper orders at the cafe. Do either one of these actually have a fish on it? Yep. There are some nice roach here, aren't there? Look at... Holy cow. Okay. That came out of nowhere. Maybe we don't want to stop using maggots just yet. Maggots was just going to be temporary till I could afford bark beetle larvae or peas, but good grief. might be the smallest roach we've ever caught over here on this bait. On the nature mayfly larva. Let's see what we get here on maggots. Man, that's crazy. Trophy Chinese sleeper. Okay, maggots are kind of kicking butt over here. I won't leave my fishing poles crossed like that, I promise. Alright. It's more the size we're expecting on these things. Got fish on both. I'm just trying to see which one looks like it might be pulling harder. Alright, that's level 8, which means we can use these. Now we're going to 2.3 strength. So we actually are going down in strength. So I've got to be a little bit careful here on our friction brake. Whoa. Let's go down to an 8 clip here. Did I put it on? Yeah. Alright, this is going to be interesting with these leaders on now. Alright, so we need to make some more ground bait. And I might want to try bark beetle larva and or peas. Which means we probably need to sell that trophy Chinese sleeper we caught. I don't think there are trophy Chinese sleeper orders, so we're in no danger there. 9.74 for that one fish. And okay, so the two things we want, it's a little bit larger hook. I think we want to get like a 10. And then How much are peas? Yep, 280 for 30, very cheap. And bark beetle larva, dang it, out of stock. So we can get the bait kit. It's 11 silver. So as soon as we can afford it, we'll get the bait kit, and that way we can get bark beetle larva, and we'll use the other baits as well. Okay, so we need to switch around some things here. I don't know about going to these 2.3 liters, but we're going to try to make it work. Oh, I need to go get the ground bait. Okay, so we want to take this hook off and put the tin on, put the bait back on. We want to take this reel off, put the bigger hook on, and put the peas on. Then we want to put this bigger reel on, and then put the smaller reel here, and then both will have to be reclipped because we changed the reel. So let's see if peas do any work at all in this roach spot right now. We'll try maggots. Wait. Maybe we take a chance with the 14 hook. It's a really crappy cheap hook anyway. That 14 hook is what we call the Chinese sleeper trophy on, by the way. Very weird. Hold on just a second. I gotta figure something out. I am recording this, but I gotta figure out where it's going to. Alright, there it is. Okay. I'm recording to a different folder than I normally do. I'm trying to make sure we don't. Anyway, it's no big deal, but I just want to make sure it was actually recording. Freaking maggots. Getting some nibbles right now. Alright, peas did work. They did what they were supposed to do and caught a common roach. Maggots did as well. Smaller, but so that's a good point. once you open up fishing with a bolo rod on float fishing, apparently it goes with telescopic. This ability develops along with the fishing of a telescopic rod. So those are together. So if you put points in one, you get points in both. Some skills are like that, which is really nice that you don't have to, if you're trying to do a lot of float fishing, it's nice that you don't have to put points in both. Now match rod, I believe, is its own thing. I'm pretty sure. So there's another roach on peas. We have 3 pieces of ground bait left. It's probably not going to quite get us through the evening here. We've got 14 mayfly larvae left. So as much as I like mayfly larvae, what we're seeing here is that peas, maggots, probably bark beetle larvae, there might be other options that work just as well or almost as well. Okay, we got it, we got it. Woo! Big boy roach. And really that size 10 hook that we have on this one might be actually slowing us down some. Alright, we've got to go get more ground bait made. Just don't break my leader, please. I'm not going to get the bait pack yet. We'll wait and do that maybe at the end of this video, or we'll see how it goes. But, yeah. Okay, so we need ground crackers and bloodworm. Almost out of silver again, which is a position we're used to being in as a low-level player. And you see how much more comfortable this is with 2 feeder rods. And obviously it's even better when you get your 3rd. But if you are wanting to do some float fishing, just at least having 2 set up so you've got that engine sort of just constantly being able to make. I knew that was going to happen. Constantly being able to have that silver income from just, you know, fish coming in pretty reliably. Makes a big difference. Alright, what do we want to... Let's try worms again, I guess. I don't know, maggots were fine. I just was missing a lot of fish not being on the hook, so... Yeah, these little leaders make me awfully nervous. Ooh, we gotta put ground bait on. Nice, Roach. I am so sick of float fishing. Imagine me trying to do a float fishing only video series. I mean, I would just have to, I wouldn't be able to make episodes too often because I'd get so frustrated. Yeah, I don't feel like, now we do have a slightly bigger hook on the main rod, the left rod. So that could slow down our bite rate a little bit, but I don't feel like our bite rate is any better on the mayfly larva versus the peas, and the peas are much cheaper. So size 12 hook might be a little better. Big boy. Ooh, I left that friction brake up a little high. Also a big boy. So we're at 10 mayfly larvae. I mean, obviously, we have way made a profit on the mayfly larva, but if you don't want to spend that much silver this early, you do have other options, it seems, that don't seem to be any worse in terms of quality or bite rate. We're going to stay on these roach as long as we can, which won't be much longer, but so here in the early evening, some of our biggest roach have come out. Hopefully next time we'll be able to try this early in the morning. Maybe we will be able to this episode. I'm not exactly sure what time I'm going to stop this time, but whew. Please don't get stuck on that log over there. All right, we got him. That is a big one. I do think they're going to start slowing down now, though. On command. Uh-oh. You just tell sometimes it's going to be a big boy. Oof. Oof. Alright. 20 hook. Worm. Crucian gibble. I don't really know what I want to do with the float. We might have to get another 20 if we're going to do anything with it. I think the hook is 3 silver if I remember correctly. Come on, fish. Let's go ahead and get this set up. Okay. So we want to go 14 clip. Wait, we don't want to use worm. We want to use... We want to do a little maggot versus bloodworm competition over here with the rough. See if either one comes through for us. Now, we cannot catch eyed. With this little 2.3. Small hook, small leader. That was quick. We're getting a bite on one of them. Gibble, roach, white bream. Okay, so what if we sell like this many? It's 12 silver. That's a lot of the silver we just caught, but it's 14 silver. We could, oh crap, they're all out of stock. Okay. Yeah, we just get the cheap one again then. Do we want to get... It's $11.90. Let's just grab it. We're not... I mean, we're going to make money off of it. We're not going to regret it in the long run. Sell all of our... Oops. And then... we can afford it. So it's not going to look like we're going to make a ton of silver here, but that's just because we've spent it as we've made it this time. But this way we can try out those bark beetle larvae on the roach once we see how the other two baits are still doing. And for when we run out of mayfly larvae. We also could try bark beetle larvae on roach, on rough. I just have no idea. What have we gotten into here with maggots? Oh gosh, if eyed are biting maggots too. This fish might escape before we can get it in. It had pulled our line out pretty far by the time we got over here to it. That is an eyed, right? Or is it a bream? No, that's a bream. I'm sorry. Okay. I mean, that's a really nice fish. So, I'd rather catch that than eyed. Bream are a little bit more predictable in the way that they're going to pull and fight. Wait, that was on bloodworms? Alright, there's a white bream. Hold on, that was on bloodworms? Is that what you're telling me? Or did I put the wrong bait over there? Oh no, I've got maggots on both. Okay. So we'll change that here shortly. Alright. We want to go to, what? 175 again. Alright, so we want to change this one to bloodworms. So on maggots, we've now caught one white bream, one rough, and one bream. Pretty decent bite rate, I must say. So if bloodworms don't work too good... Oh crap, we've got a fish on our float. Right? Ugh, it was. So if bloodworms don't work too good, we can switch back to maggots. Oh, there's a fish on. Alright, so that's maggots. It's a pretty nice little white bream. I think there's a white bream order still. If this keeps up. Alright, we need to go ahead and open up this bait kit. Alright, we've got a fish on bloodworms. Alright, so let's see what bloodworm's doing. If it's rough or white bream, we're in business. Now, what would be interesting is if the... And there's no rough cafe orders right now. I'm more just doing this to figure out because there often are rough cafe orders. So we just kind of want to know what our options are now that eyed are absolutely destroying my worms and red worms. Okay, so now for baits, we've got worms, bark beetle larvae, more bloodworms. We've got casters now, which we can try. Okay. Trick is picking this up without interrupting the bite. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. Don't pull. It's really important that it doesn't pull right now. Bloodworm. Bream, probably. Maybe eyed again. I don't know. We just can't do that anymore. We just can't do that anymore. Hey, there's another rough. God, that's depressing. That is really, really depressing. Oh, we didn't lose our float that time. Why didn't we lose the float? Somehow it tore underneath the float? It's kind of weird, but okay. Wish I could know what that fish was. Freaking bloodworm. I think we might be a little safer if we could use 24 hooks, especially on the float. But that's going to cost us a little bit of silver because the cheaper ones that you would normally get, the happy hooks or whatever, are out of stock. Could check winding. We're going to end up spending as much on a hook as we have the whole feeder rod. Yeah, we really want to go ahead and go set up for Roach. We don't have, I mean, we're not going to end up with enough white bream to do the order, so let's just go ahead and go. We'll take them one at a time. Okay, so the bloodworm did catch. Alright, we want to put roach mix. Let's start off with the same baits we were using before because we want to see how they're doing again and then switch one to bark beetle larva for some like comparisons. "5 a.m. the roach should start showing up pretty soon. Are those bells already going off? Three out of 5 on the white bream. It's too bad. Okay. Roach mix. 10 hook. 8 pieces of mayflower larva left. And I did not reset the clip. Oh, the float is gone. What's it gonna do? We don't have a float on there. Oh yeah, we do. I'm sorry. Never mind. My bad, my bad. It was set for so deep I didn't see it. I guess it's too early. I mean, that is a small roach. I'm not 100% sure. I think the fish is on. I think it's just like pulling with the exact amount of pressure to kind of keep it taut like that, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's exactly what it was doing. Alright, so point to mayfly larva. Oops. Get that clip back down. I just remembered I told somebody I'd go look at something in the store for him. So let's catch this fish and then let's go look real quick. Pretty nice roach on the peas. Wow. Alright, so those are doing really well. Sounds like a nice roach on the mayfly larva too. Alright, let's try bark beetle larva while we're gone here. Let's do it. So, tea kettle from hardware store. Is the tea out of stock? Nope. And a pack of tea. So the question with the bark beetle larva, basically for that box of baits that came with the bloodworms, the worms, the casters, and the maggots, all pretty cheap baits, but for the price of that, we can get 30 mayfly larvae. I'm telling you, these peas are working great though. Cheap hooks. But I was also pulling very aggressively. So I can't just blame that on the hook. I could have done that more safe, in a safer manner. But the longer you fight a fish on a cheap hook like this, the more chance that's going to happen, I feel like. I have such bad luck with float fishing when I'm not really like paying attention closely or focused on it. Especially like, I'm just better when it's fish like bleak and stuff that I know the bite, I kind of know the bite pattern a lot better. This stuff fakes me out so much and it's just a real pain in the booty. By the way, look how slow the bark beetle larva's been. Oh my goodness, it's just not even worth it to me. The stress of trying to hit it right on these floats. It is a pain. Well, we haven't even had activity on the bark beetle larva, have we? is just too slow. So we just got a fish sitting there on peas. I guess we need to check. Alright, let's put bark beetle larva on this one for a minute. Just to make sure it's not like the hook size. And we'll put peas on this one. I'm just going to switch them. It also just may have been random. That's a gibble carp. What happened to our fun roach farm? Now, is it also... I mean, normally bark beetle larva is pretty good about catching roach, but... Is it also going to catch roach, or is it mostly going to be gibbles here? That is a roach. It's kind of small. Let's try casters. Let's see what casters do. You know, we could also... I hate to even put this back in, but... we could also try casters on this. I kind of feel like I missed the mayfly larva, though. Holy cow. Alright, that's on casters. It's a nice one. That is kind of brutal. Alright, peas with the bigger hook. Pretty decent roach. Everything's working here. Alright, we've got 6 more mayfly larvae. Let's just put mayfly larvae on both here. Try to end with a flurry. I have a feeling, as annoying as it is to pay that much on the mayfly larva. Ooh, that's a perch. That's weird. I have a feeling they may be the best, just by a little bit, but those peas are doing really good too. And pearl barley would do well as also. We just can't make it yet. Sun came out. Whoa. There we go. That's a thick roach. Holy cow. Mayfly larva. Holy cow. I was afraid of that. That's why I picked this one up first, because I was like, what did I leave my friction brake on? Mayfly larva is so good. Well, that's definitely on. Alright, we're out of mayfly larva. That's the thing about, like, a good roach farm, It's pretty much all day. Switch it up at night, but it's pretty strong all day if you can find a good roach farm and get the right baits on there. Alright, we'll catch a couple more here before we wrap it up. I've never scheduled videos to be released this far out, but just wanted to do something so that it'd be fun. There was actually something coming out on the channel while I was gone. Maybe we'll do a random Lotro video or something too. I don't know. I tell you what, if we have enough to get the third feeder, I was going to wait and not get a third feeder until we could afford the feeder kit, the starter one. It's like 149 silver or whatever, but man, I am just about had it with float fishing, unless we're going to float fish at winding some. I wouldn't mind doing that if we find a decent like combo of float and feeder fishing there. All right. So we are out of roach ground bait, and we are out of roach baits, at least the main two that we like. I think we have like 1p left. Those are very cheap though. But we don't have any of the mayfly larvae. So if we're going to do more roach fishing next episode, which might be smart because they're really good right now, we're going to have to figure out if we want to go mayfly larva again. Didn't quite hit that, but it was close. Too short of white bream, but it's fine. It probably is worth that. Do we want to make sure? There's no way 874 gibble is 3 silver though. Right? It's close, 237, but yeah, it's slightly better just to go ahead and knock out this gibble order. I've never seen a pike that big on mosquito. Alright, so 4 silver, 3, 3, 3, 3. So that's like 17 silver just on the top line. Ooh, 68. See, Roach Farm is not bad. Now, if you get a really good Crucian Gibble farm with a couple of trophies, you might get up to like 90 or 100 silver. But I guess all I'm saying is Roach Farm is not bad. It adds up, and when they're this easy to catch, it's just really nice. So that's 73 silver. And we are really close to level 9. We'll hit that next time. Alright, so we know we need to get peas. And I think I probably will get mayfly larva. I'll do that off recording though, just so you don't have to watch travel time. But hey, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next episode. And if it's out, I hope you're enjoying the new river. If it's not out, where is it? I'll see you next time.